Hey, what's going on? Oliver Carlin here. I'm coming at you from my car, and I just finished my workout in the gym this morning. I am actually off from my normal work job for the Navy, so I don't need to come at you from my lunch break for a while. But today, I got some really important stuff to talk to you about. It is, could there be a medical condition that is preventing you or sabotaging your weight loss efforts?
So the big question is this: how do people that are overweight and confused about weight loss able to finally get the body of their dreams and be healthy while still being able to eat normal, not spend hours in the gym, or have to go to extreme measures to get there, even if they've tried before and failed? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Oliver Carlin, and welcome to Internalized Weight Loss.
Is there? I mean, how do you know? Is there a way to find out if you know? There's been several times throughout my life that I've actually wondered this question. Is there medical conditions that are preventing you? And everyone, if anyone probably has a weight problem, they know of the thyroid. Okay, the thyroid. That's about the only thing I ever heard of. I didn't know if there was any other stuff, in there that could be causing people to have trouble with weight loss. And I remember one example, I was in Guam and I was talking to this one lady. She was struggling with losing weight, and we were sitting in her office, and she was sitting on across the room, and I'm sitting over here. Here's a small, maybe 10 foot by 10 foot office, window on the back of the wall there, and I'm sitting here, she's sitting at her desk, and we're just kind of looking at each other and talking. And she knew I was into, because I helped people with weight loss at the time, a couple years ago, and she knew I was into that kind of stuff, right? And so she was asking me, about weight loss, because she, at the time she was struggling with it. And so she asked, what do you recommend for losing weight? Because she said that she had been trying all these things and they weren't working for her. And she wasn't too bad, but she did have some excess fat, you could tell, and she could definitely lean up and look really, really good. She had a great body, just a lot of extra fat sitting on top, right? And so I remember talking to her about it, and I was asking her, I was like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing for your weight loss efforts right now? Because I was going to say, well, I was going to see if maybe she was eating, what she was eating and stuff like that, right? And so she mentioned that she was eating only 1,000 calories a day. And I was thinking, wow, 1,000 calories a day, that's very little. That's like the maximum little amount that you can ever eat and still have a chance of losing weight. And she was very frustrated. I could tell that this was very frustrating for her, because she knows what to do, she's doing the right things, she's working out, she's eating only 1,000 calories. She's eating like a bird, man. 1,000 calories is nothing in 24 hours. And man, that takes a lot of willpower to do that. And I'm thinking, either one thing, she's lying to me, she's not really eating 1,000 calories, or she's not really doing well in the gym, or she's telling me the truth. What if she's telling me the truth? What if she really only is eating 1,000 calories and she's working her ass off in the gym? What the hell else could be the problem? And I've seen other situations as well, like when I've seen women that were, before they gave birth to a child, they were very lean and looked good, and then they had the child, they put on all this fat, and after the birth, the fat never went away, and they actually got fatter. So it's like, well, shoot. I just wonder if there's some kind of a medical condition, because, these women, it's not like they want to be fat, they want to look good. They're actively trying to burn the fat and do the right things to improve their health and to look good. And they want to feel good about the way they look. They want to attract people of the opposite sex or whoever they're attracted to, right? They want to, feel really good and be healthy and live long, right? And have all these things and be a role model for their children and, not make their children be fat because they're fat. And, they want these things, but they're stuck. And I was, is there something related, like medically? Is there something in our bodies that just gets jacked up and we can't lose freaking fat or something? And so I got me wondering, right? And so I did some research and I was trying to find a doctor that was an expert in this field, right? I found this one lady, and her name was Dr. Cabo. She's an Australian lady, and she's in the medical field for 45 years, man. And she's got 50 published books. She's an international best-selling author with over 1 million copies sold. And they're all on weight loss. Every one of those books is basically on losing weight. This woman has been helping people lose weight for decades. And I was like, who better than to ask this lady for like an interview and find out if there is any medical related issues, right? So that's what I did. I asked her and she said, yeah. So it was awesome, right? I sent her an email. Bam. Her secretary kind of screened it for a little while. I got another email back from her and she said, yeah, a week from now, we'll get the interview set up, and we got it, right? So actually last week, I did the interview with her, and it was a long interview. It was like an hour and a half, right? And you can actually see that one of the other videos available to you. Just check out my website or my Facebook page. But anyway, it was a long interview. And, during this interview, what I really realized, there's a lot of different things that can happen, right? There was all these things with the thyroid. There was all these things with the liver. There was all these things with the ovaries in a woman. And there was these things with like, what else was there? There was some other, in the stomach, the actual stomach. And those were like the big areas. The liver, the thyroid, the stomach, and those were like the main things, right? But what I found after the interview, and it got me thinking about everything she said, those things got jacked up when the person got fat. It all had to do with the metabolism. The thyroid controlled the metabolism. The liver was what was metabolizing the hormones to control your metabolism. And the stomach had to do with appetite and stuff like that. And bad and bacteria and stuff like that in the stomach. But all these things came back to the metabolism, which is controlled by hormones. And all these different elements were controlling that. But what was interesting was, once a person lost weight, it's like the thyroid would regulate itself, the liver would become healthy again, the stomach would get better. Everything got fixed when the fat in your body went away. I was like, holy shit, wow. There's a lot of medical shit out there. And even the one thing that most people get really concerned about was like the gene of just being fat. My mom was fat, my grandma was fat, I'm just genetically a fat person. Not necessarily true. Not necessarily true. The same philosophy applies. Once you lose the fat, those genes get overridden by your ability to just be thin. So really the solution to your medical issues that are causing you to be fat are to lose the fat. Seriously, that is the craziest shit, right? So here's the thing. So I got it. Okay. My body's fighting me to lose fat with all these medical shit that's preventing me from losing fat. So how the hell am I supposed to beat that shit and lose the fat? Just like the person that's freaking eating 1,000 calories a day, working out, But they got all these medical shit that's preventing them from fucking losing the fat. So how do they get past that, right? And that was like holy shit, right? So the cool thing is, you just gotta learn. The same philosophy applies to anything else, okay? Learning how to lose the fat properly. So let's say you just apply to some random fad diet, because they all work in one way or another, by whether you do the ketogenic diet where they just limit carbohydrates altogether. That's one option. Low calorie diets, super intense workouts, long cardio sessions. I mean, whatever you choose to do, or you go on to my program, which is internalizing weight loss, which just implements it into your life so you don't even think about it. Whatever option you choose is fine, because once you get the fat off, it's easy to keep it off. That's the whole point. It's really cool. That's why the skinny stay skinny and the fat get fat, is because when you're fat, it's hard to lose the fat. But once you're skinny, it's easy. But here's the problem people have, right? A lot of people, they'll get on these ketogenic diets, or they get on these crazy ass fad diets. It'll help them to lose the fat, right? And they finally get lean and looking good. But they can't stay on these crazy freaking diets because they were never designed. A diet is not a long-term weight loss solution. A diet, we used to have this term, what it stood for. But it's just a temporary solution to a problem. Diets are not meant to be used long term. That's why you're doomed to freaking fail if you go on a diet, lose the fat. How the hell? You're not going to do the diet for the rest of life. So what do you do once you lose the fat? What's your plan now? That's what you got to think about, because we see it. That was one thing she brought up too in the interview, was that's what we see all the time. People lose the fat. They don't know what to do after that because they can't stay on like the ketogenic diet. Eventually they want carbs again. What do they do now? They go back to their old ways. The fat comes on and they're screwed. So what you need to do is you need to find a way to understand this shit so that you can just take the fat off permanently, implement it into your life so that it never comes back. That's the key. So, right now, you are a lucky person to be listening to this, because I have that key for you right now. If you go to my website at internalizeweightloss.com, sign up for the waiting list. The course is coming out really soon. It's almost done. And you can internalize weight loss permanently so that you never need another fad diet again. It just becomes part of who you are. It's so simple, the stuff I'm going to teach you, and it's so easy to implement. So go there, sign up. Special deal for the first people that do sign up. You don't want to miss it. So get over there, get on the list. And you'll finally get the body of your dreams. You'll be able to keep the fat off permanently. And you'll gain a true understanding of weight loss. And understand it's not this complicated, crazy thing. Right? And you'll be able to live long, live healthy, and look great. And feel good about the way you look. And if you want to check out the whole interview, she put out some amazing information, like literally. Like, you'd be crazy not to listen to this. Go check out the video. To that, check out my, go to my blog or my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, whatever. You'll see it there. Look for Dr. Cabo's interview. Anyway, that's all I have for today, baby. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please share it. Let someone else gain the benefit of this stuff, and help me to spread the word about my stuff that I'm trying to put out here. Trying to change the world with weight loss. And I hope you can join me along the way. All right, well, look, take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.